For over 100 years, farmers have been buying tractors. To see what it's like, we've been out visiting dealerships and kicking tires.
There is one thing a farmer cannot do without, whatever size farmer he is, and that's a tractor. A tractor is one of the most important tools that we use here on the farm. I mean, everything from a 25 horsepower tractor to a 525 horsepower tractor. When we walk into a dealership to buy a tractor, we are looking for a special salesperson.
A good tractor salesperson knows his product and he knows his customer.
Trust is the big thing for a salesman.
We start asking him questions as much as he asks us questions.
And you need to listen.
The whole idea is if you take care of that customer, they're going to come back.
We try to make sure that they get a machine that'll do the jobs they plan to do now and in the future.
The best part of it is selling the best product made in America, and that's John Deere equipment.
New Holland makes an extremely reliable tractor.
That if it ain't red, it stays in the shed.
Now, guys can go on and on about what color of tractor's the best. A lot of it comes about with what our fathers drove. Size does matter, and in tractors, it is absolutely the case. It depends on what size farm you have. If you have a horse farm, you don't need a 500 horsepower tractor, you need a 25 horsepower tractor. You have 5,000 acres of corn, soybeans, wheat like we do here in the state of Ohio, you might need a 500 horsepower tractor, maybe two of them.
The tractor behind me is a T4.75, and that's a new Power Star tractor that New Holland just came out with this last year. And it's basically designed to do medium-sized work, chores around the farm. You could rake hay, run a bush hog, run a square baler.
The front wheel assist 340 over on the other side is probably around $250,000. You've got 50-inch tires. Sometimes they'll even go up to 54-inch tall in the rear. You'll have front and rear duals, full rack of weights, auto steering in it. It has every amenity that you really want or need out there.
I'm standing in front of a 530 horsepower track tractor. The track tractor will be your most expensive tractor, being that it is 530 horse, it's on tracks, it has the newest technology you can put in it. Through John Deere, that tractor will list out over $400,000.
Tractors have come a long way in 30 years.
Now we're seeing tractors drive themselves.
You have amenities that you would see in high-end luxury cars, leather seats that are heated.
Variable speed transmission.
To maximize your fuel efficiency.
And you can't feel it shifting gears. So smooth.
They're great. You pay for it though. There's one thing that I cannot do without, and that's GPS. It takes the driver fatigue after we're in that tractor for 12, 14 hours. At the end of the day, you're not worn out.
We have some of the old timers who feel that the tractors are too complicated.
A lot of the older generation can remember being with their grandparents and fathers on a tractor with no cab, maybe with steel wheels, or even back in the horse days.
They kind of laugh because their tractor didn't have to be run by a computer.
We get the son in first because he embraces the technology. And then the father gets in and he says things like, well, the son's going to be driving it most of the time. And you get grandfather in there and they all say, don't touch that. No, that's that, don't touch that. And it's hilarious because he's like, you don't need this stuff, but yet he never pulled a 16 or 24 row planter, and he didn't raise 200 bushel corn. So there are some big differences today than there were back then.
Some people take months to make a decision on what tractor they want to buy.
I once had a customer that it took 15 sales calls to get the job done. And I was just awful grateful that I finally got it done.
Sometimes they need to sit and look at their crops, watch the weather, and see how things are going to turn out before they make the decision on a $400,000 tractor.
Weather plays a very important role, and I can understand that. Their economic future is out there on the line, and sometimes it's withering in the field.
you don't have the crops. And without the crops, you don't have the money coming in to make the payments on the equipment that you're purchasing.
The dry year we're having now, a farmer probably would want to think twice about the tractor that he ordered 6 or 8 months ago.
That really starts to impact your business.
Everybody likes to feel like they're getting a deal.
You always have someone that would like to have something thrown in on the deal, and there's always going to be something that's going to be given away.
Are they getting a hat?
Might be a hat.
It's always the hat. You know, I mean, I don't think I paid for this one. Well, it'd be nice to throw in like an extra planter just to go with your tractor, but unfortunately those cost about $200,000 now as well. In my opinion, in the next 30 years, we will see robotic tractors. Manless. While I'm sitting on the porch drinking lemonade, it's doing its own thing.